Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. In this episode, we're going to take a close look at a fragrance by the company Christian Dior. This one is called Fahrenheit Cologne, so stay tuned. Now, before I begin the video, I just want to mention that Fragrance.com is the sponsor of this video. You can definitely pick up this fragrance over there on their website. I'm going to leave all of the information down below, so certainly make sure to go and check them out. They have discounted prices on designer fragrances, niche fragrances, a lot of beauty products as well, and they're located in Deer Hyde Park, New York, so I get my packages practically overnight. I live in New Jersey, so let's go ahead and take a look at this fragrance. So it was released in 2015. The perfumer is François Demachy. François Demachy has actually done all of the recent formulations of fragrances in the Dior line, even going back to like Dior Homme, the original perfumers of which is Olivier Polge, but with a lot of the more recent formulations, it's actually François Demachy. He's also done a lot of the fragrances in the La Collection Privé line, with the exception of a few like Bois d'Argent, which was Annick Minardo, and Eau Noir, which is Francis Kurkdjian. So this one, 2015 release, I mean, so many years after the release of the original, which came out in '88. This one, as the name would imply, is a lighter version of the original. So let's start things off with the presentation. I mean, the box is quite similar to the original. It just has this silver design here on the front, information at the bottom with your serial number, nothing on the back, nothing at the top. And then here's the bottle. As you can see, it's clear in the middle. Kind of matches the box. Really cool. Sticker at the bottom with your information. CD at the top. Cap does click into place. Atomizer on this one is gorgeous. Very wide mist. And that was it. Now, when you spray this on, you're going to notice the cologne aspect of it. And it's something that I actually quite like about this scent is that this caters to fans of the original. So in other words, if you were a fan of the original Fahrenheit and you don't like what they did with like Fahrenheit 32 and Aqua Fahrenheit, both of which I think smell really different from the original, I think this one stays true to the original. And I think a lot of the DNA of the original is also present in this one. So I think you might end up liking it, but you have to be a fan of the original. Now, there is a note here that was diminished, or dare I even say removed totally, which is that leather note. Now, I know a lot of people might say, well, how can you get rid of the leather and have it not smell like the original Fahrenheit? Because that's what the original Fahrenheit was known for. I actually think it's the note of violet that the original Fahrenheit is known for. And the violet is used in such a way that you hear people say it all the time. It has like a burning rubber smell. It has a petroleum smell. It has a asphalt smell. I mean, you hear all of these references and I don't disagree with any of them. That's the funny part. But in this fragrance in particular, you are going to have this melange of citrus in the opening. You have, I think, Calabrian bergamot. There's, I think, I know there's orange. I know there's a country of origin for each one as well. Not to necessarily connote that they're natural as opposed to synthetic. I do think that they are synthetic, but you do have lemon, orange, and you have bergamot. And you do get this burst of freshness in the opening, and I quite like it. I think it works really well in this fragrance in sort of freshening things up, but giving us a reinterpreted and a sort of reinvented version of the original. When it does dry down though, you do have that violet note. So it is going to smell a lot like the original Fahrenheit. So if you know that you love the original and maybe your friends and loved ones and people around you have smelled the original on you and they like it as well, they're definitely going to like this by default because they smell so darn similar. So I would recommend this scent if you are a fan of the original and you want something that is very close to it, something, you know, there's a brotherhood going on there. So if you want, I know I can always equate it to people who buy fragrances by Jean Paul Gaultier, where they have Le Male and there are all these other versions of Le Male and they're like limited editions. So if you're that collector and you want to collect the entire Fahrenheit line, I know some people out there that do, I think this one will interest you heavily. So let's go ahead and finish things off with my assessment. So for the uniqueness and the overall smell, it's not unique in the sense that it does smell like the original Fahrenheit. Overall smell is really pleasant. I like the addition of the citrus notes. I do believe there was a little bit of citrus in the original as well, but the leather note was just so heavy that it drowns out the citrus. Here they have a little bit more leeway. They actually have a stage to perform on. They have time to shine. Now, as far as longevity, you're going to get a solid 6 hours. For some people, that might not be enough. It gets me through the workday, so that leaves me happy. Projection, I think because of the inclusion of the more volatile citrus notes, projection on this one will actually be a lot better than the original. The original lasts a lot longer, or at least the pre-formulation, or some of the original formulations last a lot longer, but for this one, because of the citrus, it's going to be brighter, it's going to be louder, but then it does settle down to sort of a skin scent, which doesn't kick in up until about the 4th hour, I want to say. From the 4th to the 6th hour, you gotta get close to somebody to notice it. Versatility on this one is really good. I think the versatility on this one is improved over the original just because of the citrus, and the presentation you guys see is really good. Now, if I were to give it an overall assessment, I would say that I like the scent, but I don't love it. I think it's a great scent. I think if you guys are fans of the original and you like wearing the original and you want to wear it all year round, I think, you know, this one is probably going to suit better, especially when you're in a climate-controlled environment and you want to go to being outside. Then this one is going to work really well for you, because if it's hot weather out there, the citrus is going to accommodate to that. But nonetheless, I think the original, I love wearing the original. I prefer the original over this one, but I'm going to leave links to where you can purchase all of them down below. Again, any fragrance, pretty much check out the Dior lineup over at Fragrantica. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was my review of Fahrenheit Cologne by Christian Dior. I think it's a really nice scent. That's the final verdict. I like it. I don't like it over the original though, so I would continue to wear the original, even though I will admit this one does have the increased versatility. So if you own or have tried this scent, leave a comment down below. I love the interaction. Also remember to subscribe for future videos, and don't forget to enable notifications so every time I do put out a new video, it gets delivered straight to your feed. You don't have to worry about missing any content. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Smell well. Take care, everyone.